It literally took me 10 years to do this one thing. These are things that I really wanted to give away for free because I remember when I was first starting out, I'd wished I had some tools that could guide me in the right direction. It took me a while to break through that mentality, and now, for the first time ever, I've always wanted to make my photos available to people in real life. Not on Instagram, not as pixels on my website, but as real, tangible photos in your homes. But year after year, I kept putting it off. Whether it was getting locked up in client work or convincing myself that it would be a huge process and I wouldn't know where to start. Selecting photos that best represented me, ones that I actually liked, and if they're even good enough at all. It literally took me 10 years to do this one thing. All right, that was a hook. Did we get it? Good. But it actually took me a while to break through that mentality, and now, for the first time ever...
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you, for the first time as a couple, Mr. and Mrs. Bob Vance!
My prints are available for sale. I'm super excited, and not just LinkedIn excited. Roll the tape. Photography is stealing. It's condensing limitless moments into finite memory. Finding meaning where others see the everyday. My first experience with photography was right here on the streets of New York City. I don't have to explain why there's nothing like it. 18, wide-eyed, out of place. 10 years later, and I'm still out of place, but this time by choice. Everything I've made, and in turn how I've looked at the rest of the world, started right here. This is my first ever print release. 3 destinations, 15 carefully curated images, and 1 evolving story. I hope a piece of my world can decorate yours. So there it is. Of the tens of thousands of photos that I've shot over the last 10 years, I've picked 15 that I feel would fit best in your homes. Any photographer will tell you that there's something different about a physical photo. Being able to see the gloss and the texture and being able to hold it in your hand is something that a screen could never do. I'm a really tactile person, so I love that kind of thing, and as you can see, I filled my room and my entire apartment with physical photos. I couldn't even describe to you what New York means to me, so I'm not gonna, but just know that that is the first set. The next is Hawaii. I've been a couple times, but the latest was specifically when I was in a really huge creator burnout. It really brought something back to me and allowed me to get excited about creating again. And the last is Greece. It felt like a foreign film, specifically an Italian film in a very weird way. But this was also a time when I was questioning what I was doing and I was trying to figure out what steps to take next. Every time I look at each of these, I feel a specific tone that translates back to my life. Kind of like a song you hear that you can pinpoint exactly where and when you heard it for the first time, or a smell that brings you right back in time. Now, these don't just belong to me, but to everyone. I would love it if they could find a place in your home so you can create your own narrative around them. If you decide to pick one up, you'd be supporting me and my entire journey that it took to get here. Something else that I've been working on that's covered the last decade is a ton of tips and tools that I figured out the hard way trying to turn my art into a business. It's called the Freelancer Survival Guide, and it's absolutely free for you to download. It'll be in the description below, and it covers everything from picking up your camera for the first time, starting your portfolio from zero, as well as structuring your prices for new clients. I would guess that most people watching this are either photographers or filmmakers, but the great thing about this guide is that no matter what type of creative you are, this is gonna be really helpful in starting your business. These are things that I really wanted to give away for free because I remember when I was first starting out and I'd wished I had some tools that could guide me in the right direction. So there you go. Head to the links below to buy a print, head to my website for your free guide, and head down to the comments to let me know which print is your favorite. Now it's time to do all the YouTube things that don't cost you a penny, but are super helpful for my channel, such as liking, subscribing, and sending to a friend who you feel like this might be helpful for. And with that, I'll see you next time.